Right, you go to Sandown and you're lazy like me, you get the Sandown bus free of charge. Because quite frankly, I try not to walk, try to save calories. So when I get to the gym, I'm an absolute beast. Anyway, you like that, do you? It's a beautiful day here and looking forward to some cracking racing. Just walked into Leopardstown and it's the boyo Hurricane Fly. The Roll of Honour. What an absolute legend he is. I still think Istabrak would do him every day. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Good man, good. What's the banker? What's the banker, lads? What's the banker, lads? Up the lads. What's the banker? What's the banker?
We got full pad, aren't we? Really today, certainly, man.
Good man.
Well, let's see this on Twitter later.
Absolutely. You see it on the weekend.
Enjoy the day, man.
Good to meet you, mate.
Have a winner too.
Good lads.
See ya.
Good luck, lads. Take care. Good luck. Hiya. Skittles. Oh, wine gums, nearly all gone. Cadbury's buttons. I didn't buy them. The girlfriend bought them. She's gone home. And she left them here. And now I'm absolutely smashing the bags as you do. Weak-minded when it comes to sugar and sweets, boys and girls. Anyway, welcome to the video. Great to see you all here. Hope you're really enjoying these. Big thumbs up from me. Thank you for all of your support. Without your support, I wouldn't continue to do them because it'd be like talking to a brick wall. So it's great. Thank you. Saluting you. Now, I know. Blogger, why didn't you share your 6-timer, you silly bloody muppet? I really do feel gutted. I've had a great day. If you get a 6-timer up, it means you obviously backed all 6 of them as well. Thought Monbeg Notorious was an absolute steering job. And it was just so annoying yesterday with Agrapat. I couldn't believe Agrapat got beat under Lizzie Kelly. The ride, I don't know. Would have liked to have seen him a lot closer to the pace, but I decided to take a day off from tipping, and it's cost me because I would have put up a good double there today for sure, and I would have shared that 6-timer. But I've nicked about 2.5k myself. It's been a good day, but I'd rather share it with you lot if I'm honest, because I love giving you winners. I love giving you winners. Anyway, let's talk about my week. I went to Sandown on Friday, down in Esher. For me, it's the prettiest course in England, or one of them at least. And it's a lovely venue. It was the military day down there. And we went down there to have 2 bets. Tara Bridge, who hosed up in the 2-mile handicap, and St Solano in the Mares Novice Hurdler Grade 2. And she ran a cracker. It was only her 3rd run over hurdles. And she was very light on experience, but she stayed on really dourly to finish 3rd. We got her each way money there at 11 to 1, half point each way. And she got the job done for the place. But going forwards, Noel Williams is a cracking trainer of fillies and mares, and he gets inside their mind, and he said when you can get inside a filly and mare's mind and get them to want to race, you can really get them to give 110%. So keep your eyes out for St Solano. That was Friday. Now on Saturday I've done something I'd never done before. I went to Ascot and then I went to Kempton straight after. We zinged down there on the motorway, and it was actually quite funny going from, Ascot, one of the biggest courses in the world obviously, to small old little Kempton under the lights for a all-weather meeting. But it was a cracking day at Ascot. Financially not very good. Didn't back a winner on the card. Let me just double check. No, I did not have a winner. I got beat on Barry Garrity in the first. I got beat by Nose. I didn't back Black Corten. I felt absolutely gutted about that. La Patrie, I tipped up last time. I didn't back it. Gutted. I didn't have a bet in Waiting Patiently's race, but that was so special. Watch this little video clip here now. This is a brutal race. Coney Island's pulled up. Q-Card is running away at the front of the fairs. Waiting Patiently and Top Notch are poked in 3rd and 4th at the moment. It's going to be some race coming down. Exciting. Crowd and atmosphere here is absolutely buzzing. If Q-Card wins, I won't believe it. The OAP. Oh, he's pinged it, Q-Card. No way, he can't do it, can he? Incredible, Q-Card going well. Waiting Patiently, stalking. Young Pretender. Crowd atmosphere here is electric. Oh, Waiting Patiently, he's on the bridle. singles down the spine. Wow, what a race. Crowd are clapping. I mean, being in the crowd when waiting patiently beat Q Card and like 3 out. Q Card's leading away from waiting patiently, stalking Q Card. 2 out, Q Card still leads the field. It was incredible to witness it. I couldn't believe Q Card was going so well. Top Notchers ran no race. Coney Islanders ran no race. The form has to be said. It could be slightly dubious, but credit to the winner and credit to the second. I hope Malcolm Jefferson is up there. I hope he's looking down, and I hope that he gets to see that, because that was fucking special. To be in the crowd, to witness that, to feel that was bloody good. I mean, I had goosebumps going down the back of my neck. And, you know, being a nutritionist, personal trainer, I work with people with diseases and that, and I tell you, there's nothing worse than seeing people who are suffering. So, you know, especially when you lose somebody, the family grieving and that, and Ruth Jefferson, you know, Brian Hughes, that must have meant a lot to them, and, you know, well done to all of you. I'm very proud of you. Just tremendous, really, really tremendous. And it was great to be there at Ascot to witness that, the atmosphere in the crowd. And the old boy, Q Card, I called him an OAP. Well, he's no OAP, is he? Oh, nailed it. He's no OAP. He's still got legs. Fair play to Q Card and Colin Tizard. The old boy's still cracking, and £1 million in prize money. He's an absolute legend. I didn't back any winners at Ascot. It was a disastrous day. Did go to Kempton in the night time, done the double shift. It was a funny old event. I backed Tribal Quest at 5-4, finished 7-4 on. Saw him walking around the paddock, had a lumpy bet. I thought he looked outstanding, and he absolutely hosed in. So it was a profitable journey there, but it wasn't a profitable journey on the day. Agripat, couldn't believe that finished second over at Haydock. Pretty gutted, really. I thought she should have been up with the pace, Lizzie Kelly, a lot earlier. Bit too much to do, heavy ground, ideal conditions, one of the best backed horses of the day. But that is racing. Besides that, today's obviously been a cracking day as well. So, let's kick on with today's, or this week's, movers and shakers for the Cheltenham Festival. So, no real Arkle movers this week, but St Calvados is hardening all the time. All the 7s has gone, all the 8s has gone. He's now a top price 13-2. But you're pretty much looking at a 6-1 shot there. Petit Mouchoir still at 5s, and Footpad a little bit of 5-4, 11-8 in places. But basically the Arkle, St Calvados, all the each way thieves are nicking. 7s gone, 8s gone. You're looking at a 6-1 shot now. Now, Yanni Yanworth, the horse who's a bit of an enigma. I'm a big supporter of the horse. Yes, his jumping leaves a bit to be desired. He's into 12-1 for the Ultimate. Alan King has been touting that this could be his likely objective. And off a handicap mark of around 152, you can see why. You know, that's a very decent handicap. And let's not underestimate just how good Yanworth is. Last year at Aintree, in the Group 1 race, he beat Super Sunday. You know, he's a genuine top-class horse. And if they were to go back over hurdles, you could see him being favourite for the Stayers hurdles. So it wouldn't surprise me if he went to the Stayers. It wouldn't surprise me if they went for the Ultimate. It would surprise me if they went for the RSA. Quite frankly, I think you're better off just leaving the horse over hurdles full time. He's clearly not a natural. But Yanworth is into 12-1 for the Ultimate, and he's the market mover there. Champion hurdle pitcher, Elgin. He went over to the Kingwell at Wincanton, and I got to be honest, like I didn't see this happening. I really didn't. He's giving £4 away to Chittabello, £4 to Call Me Lord. Chittabello's rate is £6 higher. Call Me Lord £2 higher. And they're both receiving £4. And he's beating them convincingly on ground he's yet to race on. Elgin's either a lot better than what we've given him credit for, and he's improving rapidly, or quite simply Chittabello and Call Me Lord simply aren't as good as what we think they are. It didn't appear to be any fluke about the race whatsoever. Well, he's basically into 20-1 for the champion hurdle now, and Bouvier is still top of the market, 9-4 on. But Elgin, who's improving quickly, 20-1, 20s, 16s, he's shortening up all the time. You know, he's a market mover there, in from 40s. That's Elgin in the champion hurdle. A horse that, you know, I wouldn't advise you all not to maybe have a little think about is Verdana Blue at 50-1. If it's genuine good ground there, this mare of Nicky Henderson's, apparently she's one of the best workhorses in the yard. If it's good ground there, and you can get 50s, obviously it won't be that price on the day if she's going to run and it is good. A £5 each way wouldn't go amiss for Verdana Blue. I think we should start to rename Sundays in Ireland, in Irish racing, Gordon Elliott Benefit Day. Because what you literally do is, you do a little double, you do a little treble with a Gordon Elliott runner, you double them up, you treble them up, and you come away with a load of bacon. The man's done it again today, headlined by Mombeg Notorious. A big, strong, powerful chaser, the typical kind of horse that Michael O'Leary buys, and he's into 12 to 1 now for the National Hunt Chase. And I'll tell you what, that's going to go off a lot shorter if you ask me. That 12 to 1 is going to disappear this week. He's a real eye catcher, this horse, and he's stayed on so strongly. Who's the 12s with? Actually, forget that 12s. I think that's a mistake on Odds Checker here. 10s, 9 and 8s, and I can still see that beginning to shorten. He's a real powerful stayer, this horse. He jumps really well, and Gordon's a master. So he is a mover for the National Hunt Chase. Mombeg Notorious. A little bit of money coming for Mr. Whipped for the Ballymore today. 33s into 25s for Nicky Henderson. Disappointed up at Musselburgh. But he's taking on Super Sam Crow. And we all know Sam Crow is the banker of the meeting. A little bit of money in the RSA for Shattered Love. Again trained by Gordon Elliott. She is a mare, but she's been nibbled at today, in from 25s, down to 14s, 16s and 18s. Presenting Percy's your 100 to 30 favourite for that. Monolith 7 to 2, Yanni Yanworth 10 to 1. Looks like he might not run now. But there aren't really that many movers to report this week. Cause of Causes continues to shorten for the cross-country chase into 7 to 2 now. You know, you'd be surprised if JP McManus doesn't have the winner of that with Josie's Orders and Orvgavent, all of the front three in the market there. Black Bow, the champion bumper horse, he's going to go in the champion bumper. Willie at this stage has the two of them with Holographic. And if you remember my interview that's pinned on my Twitter page, Willie said Holographic was the one to look out for. So Willie gave us all a little nudge there, and it will be interesting to see if he steered us in the right direction on the day. No shadow of a doubt, the star performer, Waiting Patiently. This 7-year-old is highly progressive. He travels so smoothly. He jumps really speedy. Brian Hughes gets on particularly well with the horse, and he's one of these horses that the sky's the limit at this stage, and you can see him taking on Mike Bite and the King George later on this year in December. At the moment, he's a top price 4 to 1 for the Ryanair chase. Underscos 3s, Fox Norton's available at 11 to 2, Top Notch 8s. So disappointing, Top Notch. Min 10 to 1, surely he goes for the champion chase. I mean, who knows if we're ever going to see Duvan again. But Waiting Patiently is apparently a horse who loves a flat track, so he might not even run at Cheltenham. If that's the case and he doesn't run, that 3 to 1 about Undersco is going to look mightily big if he is withdrawn. It's a hard one to weigh up at this stage. You wouldn't really know what the trainer's going to do. But looking at the race here, you know, Top Notch is going to have to come back from a really poor run there. Undersco's guaranteed to run his race. He loves Cheltenham. If it's good ground, he'll run well. If it's heavy ground, he'll run even better. But Waiting Patiently, star performer of the week, he's 4 to 1 for the Ryanair chase. Have any of you got any flashy dockets for the King George next year? Have any of you got any flashy dockets for the Ryanair chase? Let me know down below. It really is a quality little race, but I think we're going to have a hell of a lot of non-runners, to be honest. The County Hurdle, one of the hardest races at the Cheltenham Festival to win. A load of horses, well handicapped, potentially trying to land a big blot. Elgin's into 16s, but he's going to be off a mark there of around 160. Highly unlikely he runs. He'll be carrying top weight, and that'll be ultra hard to do. Le Patrie, who was really impressive at Ascot for the good doctor. A fastly run race will really suit that horse. Potentially will only go up £7 or £8 for that win. He's into 14 to 1, Le Patrie, and you can see that really capturing the public's imagination and going off a lot shorter. We saw some clues for the Albert Bartlett Novice Hurdle. Chefs de Zobo, he opened up at around 2.2 on BetDAC, went out to 2.98 before the race. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I had the phone in my hand. I wanted to back him. I couldn't do it. I don't like backing horses who drift that much, and he absolutely hosed up. Chefs de Zobo is now a top price 10 to 1 for the Albert Bartlett, and to be honest with you, that looks like a fairly decent price. You've got Santini in there as well at 8 to 1 for Nicky Henderson. Next Destination's your 6 to 1 Fav. Cracking Smart is 7s. But Nicky, with Santini and Chefs de Zobo, holds a very strong chance indeed for the Albert Bartlett. On to the Gold Cup. R. Dukes into 14 to 1 after beating Presenting Percy. Gave him weight, ran over an inadequate trip, but still managed to get the job done, pulling away. Sorry, that 14s is a mistake on Oddschecker again. They just don't update their prices. He's a top price 10 to 1 now. Might Bite 7 to 2. Native River 13 to 2. Sizing John, who it's been confirmed Robbie Power will ride his 6s. And Noel Feely's going to be on R Duke. Clutter Vic there, 10 to 1, has got to come back from that really horrible fall in the Irish Gold Cup. But the big mover there is R Duke. Can R Duke win the Gold Cup? At this stage, for me, if we get good to soft, good ground, it's Mike Bite's race to throw away. I think he's faster than all these horses in the race. Doesn't seem to have the same kinks anymore. And has been given a nice long break by Nicky Henderson. He's going to come there very fresh. Who wins the Gold Cup? Right, personal punting low of the week. That was definitely Agrapat. Absolutely disgusted he got beat. Everything was in his favour. Had the heavy ground, 3 miles, you know, should have been, in my opinion, there should have been more use made of Agrapat. Stayed on towards the end, but Donna's Diamond just kept on going. Lizzie's horse was giving away to 6, and I don't know, I think if someone else was riding Agrapat, they might have kicked on a lot sooner. It's hard to say, but Agrapat was my punting low. Punting high was landing a 6-timer today that won me nearly £2,000. But a horse that I just want to quickly talk about here is Saldir. Now, I mentioned this in my YouTube video. For those of you that watched it, what did I tell you to do? Go and have a few pounds on for the Triumph Hurdle. Boy, oh boy, was Saldir very, very impressive. And now let's get the price for the Triumph. This has skipped past me. He is now into... Why is he not quoted here? Where has Saldir gone? Right, Saldir is now top price 12 to 1 for the Triumph. He was 33 to 1 when I said that to you all. He's now into 12s, and this horse, who's having his first run of the year for Willie Mullins, his first run in Ireland, was ultra impressive. If you haven't watched that race, go and watch the race replay. He was bloody eye-catching. Saldir was probably the mover of the week, 33s into 12s, and I can see that shortening because I think he could be Willie Mullins' number 1 for the Triumph Hurdle. So just talking about a few Cheltenham Festival bets, a bet that's caught my attention is on William Hill. Bouvedere or Altior. Who will win by the furthest? Now before we go any further, quickly, who's going to be favourite? Bouvedere or Altior? Pause, have a think. Right. Bouvedere is 5 to 4 on, 1.8. Altior is 6 to 4, 2.5. Who will win by the furthest? Now, Altior has never really been at his best at the Cheltenham Festival. Bouvedere is a hold-up horse that will come with a late run. It's a bit of a tricky one, and it's quite an interesting market. Bouvedere 4 to 5, Altior 6 to 4. Who wins by the furthest? I'm interested to hear your opinions about this one. Let me know. Let's crack on with some of your Twitter questions. Billy Lane, the Banjo Billy asks, blogger, who wins top trainer? Could be a phenomenal battle throughout the week. Henderson with the favourites in the 3 championship races. Could he nick Mullins and Elliott? This is a good question, and it's one that I do not know the answers to. Current betting for the Cheltenham Festival top trainer. Willie Mullins, the Irish God, 5 to 4. Gordon Elliott, 15 to 8. Nicky H, 15 to 8. And then it's 50 to 1 bar Paul Nicholls. It looks between the 3 of them, and it's going to be a big battle. I mean, obviously, Nicky, you know, he's got Mike Bite, he's got Altior, he's got Bouvedere. He's in a hell of a strong position to be in. But Gordon and Willie will obviously have all of their kind of hidden handicappers lurking around. Willie and Gordon are going to have 3, 4 runners in some of these races. And it's just hard to work out at this stage who's going to have the winners. Obviously, Gordon's got Sam Crow lying in that pack as well. That appears to me to be a shoe-in. Bouvedere appears to be a shoe-in. Altior appears to be a shoe-in for Nicky. Will Douvan make the Cheltenham Festival? Forhane, he's obviously not the horse that he once was. I think Willie Mullins could be very vulnerable at this year's Cheltenham Festival, and I personally wouldn't be backing him to be top trainer. Who do you think is going to be top trainer? Willie, Gordon or Nicky? It's an interesting question, one that I don't know the answer to, and one that will take an awful lot of research. I think you're better off just trying to find a few of the yards winners, stick them in a double or treble, and who knows, you could make hay with a filthy little acca. Right, Voice of Reason at Voice Air asks, hello, Douvan for the Ryanair at some filthy prices. Tempted RB. I see where you're coming from. I suppose non-runner, no bet, you're on to a good thing. You can have 4s with the non-runner, no bet. What else have we got? 4s, who else? Anyone doing anything filthy here? No, top price non-runner, no bet is only 4 to 1, or you can risk it and do your money if he doesn't run at 8s and 9 to 1. I don't think they'd take on Undersco. The owners in that yard have been very loyal to Willie, and Undersco is a favourite for this race. But I see where you're coming from. We've always thought Douvan was going to step up and trip, but at this stage, my question to you is Douvan even going to make the Cheltenham Festival? And on his first run of the year, would you want to be backing a horse you haven't seen for a long time when you've got to be 110% as an athlete? Not just race fit, you've got to be match fit, like a boxer who's just conditioned to the peak. Now, obviously, Willie, Nicky, Gordon, Paul, they can all do this. But for me, there's too much guesswork involved in Douvan. For me, voice of air, it would have to be an unfortunate no. Right, Dominic Johal at Dominic Johal asks, Blogs, what's your biggest banker at a meeting? I don't have an apple in my hand, but Apple's Jade. I've been saying it for a long, long time. She's a mare who's continuing to improve. I think she's a class above all the other mares in the race. I've been backing her at 7-4, 11-8, 5-4. She's now 6-4 on. And in my opinion, if she lines up in the mares race, she does exactly what she's been doing all year, and that's winning. Apple's Jade is a seriously high class mare. She's got Cheltenham form, something that I'm very, very fond of. And I think Apple's Jade should take all the beating. She'll personally be going in all of my doubles and trebles. I've already got a few hundred on her anti-post, so she'll win me a fairly large amount already as it stands, and I think that's one of Gordon's bankers. Sam Crow and Apple's Jade in a double looks filthy to me. Right, at Aaron Stone at adds 25490 asks, want to know your best each way trebles, see you at 10 o'clock. Yep, I am always bloody late. My best each way treble, it's a very tricky one, but I've worked out a little bet for you here. It's a 7,000 to 1 4-timer, so it's a bit more than a treble, Aaron. I think you could have £1 each way here, and if it comes in, you'd be 10 grand richer. Think of me, PayPal me, send me some. Kalashnikov for the Supreme, 7-1. Monolith, 7-2 for the RSA. Finian's Oscar, I know, 16-1, but he's been confirmed. He's going for the race for the JLT. He's no 16-1 shot. Colin is capable of getting this horse back on the day to be perfect. And if he does line up in good form, he's no 16-1 shot, as we all know. And finally, Sal Deer in the Triumph Hurdle for Willie Mullins, probably likely to be ridden by Ruby Walsh, in my opinion, 12-1. So that's Kalashnikov, Monolith, Finian's Oscar, and Sal Deer. And that ACCA pays 7,000 to 1. Mullins already at top trainer. That's from Racing Tunny. I say Gordon this year. I think he's got, Sam Crow and a lot of young horses coming through. Who do you prefer out of Holographic, and did they leave Alto for the champion bumper? Definitely Holographic. Look at my pinned tweet, and Willie Mullins gave him to me as a horse to follow. Who's winning the Ryanair? Undersco. If Waiting Patiently lines up, it's going to be a battle. But that is about all of the questions for today. It's been a good week's punting. It's been a good solid start to the year. I will post the P&L down below. Annoyed about yesterday. Hate losing points. Who doesn't? If you're in it to win money, you should always be annoyed when you lose and try and look for ways to improve. But there we go. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please retweet it. That honestly means a lot to me. It keeps me going. And I've eaten all the wine gums. I've eaten all the bloody Skittles. I do have a bag of these chocolate buttons left. I've got a busy week ahead of me. What am I doing? I can't even remember what I'm doing. It's so busy. Tuesday, do not forget. Where am I going to? God, I can't remember a thing. Tuesday. Victoria. Betdaq. If you want to come and watch Chelsea versus Barcelona with Team Betdaq, we're going to have Teddy Sheringham there. We're going to have Tony Cascarino. We're going to have some of the Charlton football team down there. If you're serious about being a punter on the Purple Machine, every back, every lay, every day, only 2%. Come down and have a game with us. Watch the game on TV. We're going to have a drink there. We're going to have food there. It's going to be a great night of entertainment. We're giving away Cheltenham Festival prizes, amongst other prizes as well. Feel free to bring a friend. If you want to come along, just drop me an email in my bio or drop Betdaq a message straight to their inbox and they'll give you the location. All we ask is that you come along and potentially have a look at Betdaq and give us your views and opinions. Just come and meet the team. It's going to be an absolutely cracking night. This Saturday, we're sponsoring the whole card at Kempton. the Betdak Chase, the Betdak Adonis Hurdle. It's going to be a mighty day at Kempton. The course will be covered in purple. Really looking forward to it. Really proud of Betdak for getting back into the sponsorship game. It's going to be brilliant, and you should all be down at Kempton. Come down and see Blogs. We're going to be running the show down there on Saturday. It's going to be cracking. Good to see Betdak sponsoring game for the first time since May 2016. It's been a while, but we've got some great things happening there. And it's going to be a good card at Kempton. There's a real good 3-mile chase, a couple of graded juvenile races, and a good novice event as well. So that's pretty much my week, pretty full on. The countdown to Cheltenham continues. I'm giving away 2 Cheltenham Festival tickets. If you haven't seen that, make sure you see the competition on my page. Just follow the guidelines, and that's going to give you 2 tickets to see Bouverdare and Footpad. And that looks like the day's one double for all of us filthy favourite backers, doesn't it? Remember, you can win money punting anyway, the middle of the market, the front of the market, distance bets, trading, laying and running, backing and running. There's so many ways of winning. No one's right, no one's wrong. All you got to do is get your notepad out, write all your bets down, and if you're winning, you keep on doing what you're doing and don't worry about what anyone else is saying. Anyway, I'm pretty knackered. I'm falling asleep here. I'm going to grab a shower, get to bed, upload this video and edit it, and I will see you all during the week. Blogs needs his sleep. It's been all systems go. And I'm telling you now, I think what I'm going to do is with that £1,600, I'm going to book a flight for me and Vanessa to go to Dubai for the Dubai World Cup. I've never been before. I've heard Meydan's a beautiful race course. If you've been to Meydan, let me know. And if you can get me 2 tickets into the course, because I hate paying to go racing, let me know too. So yeah, I think I'm going to splash that cash wisely. I'm going to go for a holiday, get some sunshine, see some horse racing, and take the missus over there too. See you all soon. Have a great week. Stay positive. Keep hustling. Keep working hard. And your dreams will come true. Slowly but eventually. It's never easy. You just got to keep on doing one thing. Keep your mind focused and keep trying. Remember, if you do 1 positive thing a day, that's 7 a week. That's 28 a month. All these little steps add up slowly, but slowly, but slowly, you end up getting somewhere. All you have to do is keep on going on the journey. Have a good week. I'm knackered.
Go on, Danny Youngworth! Young beauty! Oh, geez. Oh no! He's hanging! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Where's the... Go on the bike! Oh my god, he's getting tired! Oh my god, he's getting tired! Big jump! Big jump! Big... Oh Jesus, come on! Oh no, he's tired! Oh no! Come on! Come on, boy! Come on, boy! Come on, mate, boy! Hold on! Hold on! Hold on! Oh, yes! What a performance! What a horse! Get in! Go on! Go on!
Jump it! Jump it!
Oh yes! It's over!
He gets away with it. Westbrook trying to try. And by getting some paddle.
Oh no!